All right, without much delay, let's get started, everyone. Before I hand it over to Ketan, first of all, welcome all of you on a Sunday morning, right, where most of us plan for personal activities. But I think this is the need of the hour where everyone should be aware of and educated on how things are moving across, right? There are different versions that we are hearing with respect to the recent evolution of AI, right? A few articles says, AI is booming, AI is taking off our jobs, right? In some articles yesterday, as I forwarded, it says 90%, 95% of the projects are failing because of AI. There's not much ROI that we are generating as of now because of AI, implementation of AI. Like that, you are hearing, left and right, different views, different articles, different notes from different people, right? So, I think it's time for us to understand from the horse mouth like exactly what is happening across the industry, right? That's why we have Ketan here in place. How to keep our agile goals, especially with respect to our agile activities, right? Keep moving in these turbulent times, right? So, without much delay, let me introduce Ketan Kulkarni, who is our next 100 CIO award winner for 2025. He's a agentic AI expert. He's a scaled agile expert, and he has a lot of credentials to his belt. He's an enterprise agile coach. He's an AI and agile practitioner, and one of the best speakers which we had till date. He also delivered good amount of thoughts in the past also on SSAG Guru's platform. So without much delay, let me hand it over to Ketan. Ketan, it's all
Yep.
yours.
Thanks a lot, Sharat. And this is not going to be a session. This is going to be more of an interaction. It's just like a round table kind of thing we do, right? So, because the topic is sensitive to many, especially who are facing this. This is a turbulent time for everybody, and how we can be at this level. I won't say proactive, but maybe a step. And really thank Sharat and Satish every time they come up with this. We try to see how we can give it back to the community to the fullest. And they have been awesome in terms of doing this from last many years, many years. So I have a question to all of you. First of all, what role you perform? Maybe in a this chat is going to be very important. So if you can just use your Zoom chat to let me know what roles you are currently doing and you're playing right now. I will then come to know, the audience and their roles. If you're going to see the project manager, Scrum Master, Agile Coach, Enterprise Agile Coach. Hmm, Fantastic. We got Agile Coach, Scrum Master. Any product owners? This is exactly the audience I was expecting. So that's really good. We expect more folks also to join in. So we'll keep on continuing. ITIL role and Scrum Master, good one. Okay. So we are there with Agile Coach, Scrum Masters, Delivery Managers. Great. Fantastic. What I want you all to do is, this is not going to be a session where I'm going to talk more and we're going to listen. We're going to be interacting. We're going to do something here so that, you go back and learn and see how what you can do is. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to paste a link to all of you. This is the link to the idea boards. I hope you might have used idea boards. If you go to the idea board straight away, Satish, I hope I can share my screen. Yes, I can. I want you all to just go to this idea boards and you will be able to see this. So issues, fear, forward, sustain. I should say way forward, but that's okay. What I want you is what is the current issues your role is facing today? What is the fear for your role that you have right now? What is the way forward you're envisioning today? And what do you feel how you can sustain here? Apologies for my spelling mistakes there, but I thought let's make it interactive. You can also put your initials there, or you just can, if you want to unmute yourself and talk, that's also fine. You can raise your hands as well. You want to make it a bit interactive because this is a topic which is not about just sharing experiences. We all have to live it so that when we go back out of the session, we make a difference not only to ourselves, but to all the others as well who are facing this challenge. Okay, so fear is layoffs, project closure. Yes, completely agreed. No new roles coming up across the organizations, no career progression. I'm feeling stuck for many years in the same kind of role. Fantastic. I really want that honesty, that those frustrations to come out, and that's very important. Just go ahead. If you want to add multiple sticky notes, please do that. And if you have ever thought about anything way forward or how you would like to sustain, do add the points there as well. If not, we're going to work together to see what points can come there. Folks who have joined in new, there is a link on the Zoom chat for idea boards. Just click on that and you would be there with us in the board. And there are few sections of issues, fear, forward, and sustain. The question is, for you personally as an agile role, whichever you're performing, what issues are you facing today? What fear do you have? How do you see the way forward? And what is that you feel you can sustain with? How to manage this turbulent situation? Correct. There is no defined roadway or path for Scrum Master in many organizations. That's a fantastic point. Scrum Masters are not getting importance. Absolutely. Command and control kind of leadership from the top and no way to change it. Right. I'll give you a couple of more minutes to all of you. Take out everything that you feel you have in you right now. We need to start the Monday with a bright smile on our face, with no worries of what's happening around us. Less opportunities for Scrum Masters, more competition for Scrum Master role, future uncertain. Cool. Keep on adding the pointers. We're going to start. What I'm going to start and share this is. So let me first of all give you a live thing what we did. And this is something which is the current situation with everybody. Like, what would you like to coach when AI comes in? What would you like to do as a Scrum Master? You have something like AI coming in to do so many things. Then is my role having an existence? That's the first question comes in. Organizations, it's a demand and supply. You are here in the business. And if a business doesn't need that role, then we have to evolve. But what we can do ourselves besides those roles to keep ourselves having moving way forward and sustain. So the first question I'm having again, or let me tell you is, using AI tools is not equal to you being an AI expert. That's the first thing that we all have to agree upon, okay, before we move forward, because it's very, very important that many agile roles, we are getting into usage of AI tools. And we feel that using AI tools and knowing AI, how I can help is something common that organizations can understand the importance of us. There are two different things here, agile and roles. Your roles have to be evolving all the time. And agile is a way of working. It's basically a pattern, the way we have been following from 25 years or more than that. It's going to be the same anyways. It's just that your role has to be changed or your role has to be evolved in such a way that you should be in a position to be weaponized to know how this AI is transitioning and evolving currently for your roles. Want to know in future what will be the role of SM? Will AI take over? So first of all, I'm going to tell you one thing is if you allow it to take over, it's going to take over. And rather than that, I'm going to share something with all of you. This is something, is quite close to me. I want to share this with everybody. And that's where I thought of having the session as well. This is something that I did, or rather we did. So it's a real world case study of an enterprise agile coach. And this also involves Scrum Masters as well. I hope my screen is visible. Satish, can you confirm that?
Yes, Ketan, it's visible.
Hello? Is my screen visible and I'm audible? I hope so.
Yeah, visible and audible.
Yes. Okay, fine. Perfectly fine. So let's start with this. The current AI maturity spectrum is on these three layers: AI skeptical, AI exploring, and AI mature. Now, understand from the piece of wherever your role is. You are into a business. We all are into a business. And we are here not only for the process, but that triangle of process, people, and product, right? That's how the business triangle works. Agile roles were more familiar towards people and process. Especially the Scrum Masters and Agile coaches role were more about process and people, right? They were so that the product is completely evangelizing and there is more of a fruitfulness brought to the product by managing or by, managing not a good word, but self-organizing those two other segments of the trend. In a similar way, the AI maturity or AI spectrum also have these three triangles. You are right now in the stage where you have AI spectacle, you are exploring, or you are being mature. This is a step where each of our roles have to be. Or you as a Scrum Master, what is your territory to go beyond? Now, why I'm saying this or sharing this maturity spectrum is, are you increasing your spectrum of thought? If you say a Scrum Master, the prime responsibility of a Scrum Master is to remove the impediments, the blockers, the issues. Processes, ceremonies, and all these things, these are all process-oriented things. But the main aspect of a Scrum Master is to first of all remove impediments. Can we deep dive into it? Can you think about analytical and logical areas of how that impediment resolution or impediment journey of your teams can be more evolved? And before that, what do you know about how much you know AI? Knowing AI or knowing an AI tool doesn't mean you are an AI expert. Neither me or neither any roles. The point here is not about being an AI expert. The point here is at least to know what AI has the capability to nourish your role. Unless that is not understood well, we are going to have this, I would say, the factor of issue and fear to come in, how this role is going to sustain. I'm going to give a very simple example to all of you. You see this, that when you are skeptical, you are not sure what needs to be done. So you are able to give it into AI. Does AI is a risk assessment investment? This is for all of you. Right now, because the buzzword is AI everywhere, we feel we have to learn, we have to use. Learning, doing n number of courses from LinkedIn, fantastic. That doesn't mean you know it, right? Going back and using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, hell lot of tools. You know how to create PPT. You know how to extract and do the prompting. You know how to get the results. You know everything. It is all about knowing a piece of AI, but that doesn't mean that your knowledge of AI is going to make your role evangelize well. So you land into a category of being AI skeptical and AI explorer. The thought here is, in order to sustain ourselves or going way forward, we have to come to a level of exploring and mature. Before this, I proceed further. I want to have input from all of you in the chat. Where do you see yourself? Are you AI skeptical? Are you AI exploring? Or you feel you are mature? When I say mature, at least you understand what exactly AI go through and what exactly AI does, the systems. AI skeptical, AI exploring, AI mature, where you feel you are right now. I'm going to go. The below ones are all the domains that you might be working. There can be many of them. But these are all the domains where your business has been working right now. Yeah, all the teams are working maybe. There can be many, but I thought of adding some. Okay, so AI exploring and leaping to mature, exploring, between skeptical and exploring, good, exploring, fantastic. All right, let's talk about what this basically goes in more. I want to understand, I'm going to put three words here. And this is very, very important. I'm going to link this to the entire Agile rules also. How many of you know this? This is a basic concept of AI. I just wanted to understand whether you guys have seen this, learned this, have seen implementation happening. Anybody? Classification, regression, clustering, and AI. Remember, the theme of the session today was Elevate. All right. So we're going to go about three things. The context is all about how this session can elevate you, and not only you, me, and everybody else together, and how your agile roles can keep going on in this world where we are seeing and hearing and experiencing people losing jobs because those roles are redundant and no more required. That's a feeling everybody has. This is a basic understanding of the session that we're all going through. All right. Some says yes, some says no. Some says it's a supervised learning types or classification clustering, I guess, unsupervised. Now understand through an example here. I'm going to give you an example of this. Okay. So we come to a level, hold on with that here. Today's organization evolution is like this. We had a deep hierarchy, we had a flatter structure. All right. We are getting into a phase where cannot use AI in your job. Some people feel like that. Some people come that AI education training are like a war room. How does a future ready organization or team look like unless we don't focus on these questions as our Scrum and Agile roles, which are relevant for us because we are servant leaders. We are the servant leaders to serve what is there today and also be a future ready leader as well. What's happening? We would not be in a state to sustain ourselves. Right. So this is the organization evolution that has come through. You were input focused, we come to output focused. You were centralized, we come to decentralized. There's one very common word mentioned there, or one very unique word, sorry, social leadership. And what's a social leadership? I'm going to explain to you. This is exactly what we all as a roles are required to have. We are coming to a level we are about to get AI education, training, AI war room, but that is not sufficient. That is not sufficient unless we know what does AI systems do and how that can make our role better. I'm going to take a very simple example with all of you. I'm going to ask a question to all of you, and I have a scenario here for a Scrum Master, and I want you to, maybe use your chat just to give some couple of words. Your team, one team is there, and the team is facing a challenge with environments. They're trying to push the code into an environment, but the build is failing. This is a problem still. We have a DevOps implementation there, but even the DevOps implementation, the build is failing and we don't have the reason because SonarQube is not sharing the comments. But these are some practical challenges that Scrum Masters are facing. Now, how a Scrum Master can think about integrating a simple AI logic that can fix that build issue. This is what a Scrum Master has to do in today's world. I'm giving a live example. This is an example 2 days ago my Scrum Masters were fixing. This is what they are supposed to do. And that is where we're going to be adaptive and be agile to bring agility. And that's where AI education training and AI war rooms are required. We have to get into a level where you understand the basics of how that build can be green, but it can solve the problem. And what is that basic knowledge in AI that you need to have for systems to help the team? Just setting up a meeting with respective people to facilitate it is not a Scrum Master's job anymore, or neither Agile coach role anymore. We are supposed to come to a level where we understand what this is and we provide a solution-oriented impediment resolution. I'm giving a simple example here. A question to all of you is there something like this that you have started thinking in your roles? Is there something about it that you feel you are trying to get into the knowledge of AI to see how your roles can be evangelized better? Maybe I just want to answer in yes and no. You can use the chat. If you say retrospectives, can we craft something in AI that can make the team's retrospective good? Not yet. Yes. And this is exactly what we're supposed to do. Now we get a scare. Priya says yes. Priya will come back to you and we can share something at a later stage. But that's a great thing. And this is where we have to learn from each other to this community learning that what we all are doing so that we keep the learning and the evangelization ready. We don't face what the others are facing today. Because this is how the agile roles will keep going. It's not only about process, it's about technology that can sustain the process for agility. That's how we have to go. So going further here, overall synergy here is that the job augmentation is this is the graph here. There are some new roles coming in, and these are the new roles that you as an agile roles, you as a scrum master and agile coach not have to adapt, but you have to explore. You have to integrate them with their understanding with you. AI integration specialist, autonomous system trainer, AI business analyst, risk manager, ethics advisor. For an agile coach, it's very important that he or she understands these four cycles. A scrum master has to understand these four roles. If you understand these four roles, you can basically have a a quadrangle view of where we are. Because when you are generating a response through AI, is it ethically correct? Is your system been trained and autonomously been developing? How it has been going? Are you coaching well? Are you understanding that? Is there a multiple integration happening with AI and the existing systems? Is your content creation from value streams of ethics still user story? Is it something been ethically advised well, compliant well, and mapping to what is required? And what are the outlining risks the overall AI usages have? These are the four sub sections today in every organization, every team. They need to have and they use AI. And we are the ones who have to be proactive in just ensuring that what is it and how they're doing so that our process rules are established well and we can be way forward. I see Mailesh has a hand raised. Go ahead, Mailesh.
Yeah, thank you, Ketan. Actually, just want to get the context of this meeting. The context of this meeting is like we need to upskill ourselves into AI so that we can scale ourselves as a AI Scrum Master going forward. Is that right? Or are we focusing
No,
more on AI or how it is?
I said the context earlier again. I'm going to set it this again. The theme of the session is elevate. Elevate means how are you elevating yourself? And how these agile roles can keep going in the world of layoff, in the world of insecurity that everybody possesses. So there are two things here. What you can do starting from tomorrow, I'm going to come back to that. But what is it that organizations are evolving today? What are the new roles which organizations are focusing on that you also should know, being a servant leader, so that you can craft some of them and start working on them to behave with your roles being evangelized. That's what the whole objective is. I hope I'm clear. Let me know. I'm going to share insights on AI of what you can basically do as an AI, having an AI on the role of a Scrum Master. AI Scrum Master, AI Product Owner, these are all utilities or we have created like the world. I feel that it's been crafted. If you use any tool to ensure your role is getting effortlessly done, that's not what AI Scrum Master is. Just using a tool because that tool cannot be used in your organization unless your compliance has been giving the approval. You have to work inside the organization to craft your LLM. I can show you 100 prompts of ChatGPT, but you cannot use ChatGPT inside the organization completely, officially, unless you're compliant. So what you can do internally, what are the sub roles internally every organization will be having is something that you have to also as agile role understand. So that's the whole context. I hope I'm clear. Let me know. Sharath, anything more to add? Satish, if you feel anything, let me know if there is something more that you're expecting. We can be aligned then.
Okay, then I think your talk is more or less aligned, right?
Yeah,
These days we
sure.
need to be more technical and functional.
Correct.
Whatever the
Yes.
latest
Yes.
technology that comes our way, we need to adapt. So please go ahead.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. Okay. So with this, just keep these things in mind, how it's going to work. I'm going to show you. And now I come back to the case study. Now, as an agile coach, an organization comes and says that this is the vision and this is a real world case study. And I'm going to let you know how different roles comes in picture in agile, how agile roles comes in picture, and they basically evangelize and create and sustain. The vision of the organization was to revolutionize the all capabilities. Sorry, Vishwanath, go ahead.
One question, right? Earlier you raised a concern like some build was failure and all, right? Some pipeline issues. Maybe we seen oftenly in our organization. Now, how with the help of AI, whether we're giving like prompt to understand the situation or instead of searching for SME or DevOps engineer, how our role is helpful? Can you clarify it? Actually, a bit confused actually. Yeah.
Yeah, this case study will help you understand that.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Great.
Yeah, this case study will answer that question too. Okay. So this was a vision statement where the organization wanted to transformatively have the power of AI in ensuring that the future of their workforce, the entire workforce, is AI empowered. And this vision was been constructed 1.5 years ago. They had a theme of empowering transformation through AI, innovation, efficiency, and ethical leadership. This is where an agile coach came and coined this vision, worked with the leaders to understand this is what we need to do. And it is not only about AI empowered workforce, but that workforce also have multiple roles. And those roles can be any roles. So a key strategic objectives have been formed. This was been done as a sample by a coach. How you can foster AI literacy and proficiency, how you can have data infrastructure, how you can have process efficiency through AI automation, how you can cultivate an environment of AI innovation, ethics and compliance. This is something you all can do anyways. I'm just sharing you. Can craft like this, maybe not only for the organization, but for the teams. But let's go ahead with this. Based on this vision and theme, all right, a coach worked with the scrum masters to form the value stream for the entire organization. The value stream one, AI literacy and education. Two, innovation and tools. Three, AI-driven process automation. Now, what is it targeting? It is targeting the internal systems, the enabler functions of HR, admin, uh, your facility, your learning and development, everything. We as agile roles are also responsible to go beyond teams and think about the organizations of how this could be crafted. This is the agile way of working. And each value stream had an RTE, each value stream had scrum masters to go beyond, not only for the customers, but also internally to evangelize AI, to empower the workforce. Right. So we got almost 7 value streams. The ones in orange were yet to start. The ones in first 4 were the high priority or must to have. That was been coined, and that's what been was did in the AI war room I told you earlier. And that was been discussed with the leaders, with an agile role who was a coach, with the scrum masters to plan it of how we can sustain this process in a more incremental way. Now, to add this as a value stream, let's take an example of the value stream. The first value stream here, if you are to see my screen, what's the user journey? Look at that. An employee at a tech company seeks to enhance their understanding and skills in AI. That's a 1.5 year back user journey for this value stream. 3 epics been crafted by the product owner of what exactly the overall learning and development team should do, how we can bring in things here. What is the business outcome to it? What could be the OKR to it? This was been crafted by our agile roles. This has been crafted by the agile roles of the organization. And then this made more value when a pilot execution started happening. This is value stream 1. I just want to go through it. There's a verbiage here. I know that, but this is how we basically, as an agile coach, scrum master, we should think. We anyways, I've been thinking from last so many years. But when AI came and advent, we are succumb to it. We feel that it's gonna make us impact in different way. But how this AI, how we can make it possible for everybody is something away again. I'm right now having a Hawkeye view from organization level. I'm going to come to a team level as well, and then to your role as well. So don't worry on that part. Right? So this is where the literacy and education comes for everybody, for all roles also. Value stream 2 comes in where the question of that build answer comes in. If you have a development project where you're trying to research, all the roles, all the scrum masters comes a part of it where they get the synergy and empowerment to understand how AI can help them to resolve impediments. So the answer to that question is about the build is that if it is failing and if you don't know, you have to craft a synergy of clustering there to see what existing impediments were. Based on that understanding of knowledge, you can just train the build synergy of Sonar Cube to generate that report and it gives it back to it. But this is something that has to be done to think about how your tools and enablement can be done. You again have a user journey here. You have a structure, you have an OKR to it, and you have a business outcome. This is value stream 2. This is 3 about, this is again continued about user training and documentation tools and platform. 3 is about process automation, existing processes. Whatever existing process your systems have, your individual functions like HR is having, what can we do about it? 4 is about ethics and compliance to bring in your overall organization. 5 is more about habit formation. This is where coaches and scrum master comes in picture the most. So this is more about from basically a understanding of an organization where it's more about how you can assist an employee, how you basically can go and check about it, how you can do it. So this is one of the ways of how you establish and use your agile to the fullest. If you take 20% of something like this, or maybe you do something different about it, to craft it on agents nowadays, because it's all transforming, our agile roles are evangelized. It again gets a value. It again gets a value because we become a change agent, we become a catalyst in the world of AI. Because anyways, AI can do the job because it's been trained. But how it can be mapped to the scaling beyond teams is something the agile role has to bring in the value with. So this is what a simple case study that was been implemented and successfully been done to ensure that empowerment of AI is done. It's still in progress. A lot of value streams are working. They still are getting the efficiency coming in, but this is a structured way of an agile center of excellence team who crafted the entire piece of this in an organization and worked on it to implement it. How stories could be, and how you can map it. This is one of the Scrum team composition for the overall work that the team has done. And this is the Scrum roles. All the Scrum roles are here for entire organization. All those Scrum masters and coaches who felt that we are not having things to do now, they were involved in this to ensure that AI empowered organization can be crafted using your value of agile. This is the overall composition. I just thought I will put it like this. So you come to know what strengths you all possess right now. You as a Scrum role, as a Scrum master can go back to HR manager, AI, instructional designer, admin team, HR people, payroll, go back to them and tell them, help us understand what you're trying to do. Bring in the agility knowledge that you have, craft something like this, and then go back to the technology team and implement it. That is the best way to learn what AI is. And that's how you will be evolving as well. This is a very, very practical, a practical implemented case study that I'm personally having, which was successful. I wanted to share this with all of you. The reason is that agile roles should not be worried in this time because we are only focusing on the job responsibility, being a Scrum master to a team, being an agile coach to an engagement. But there are many, many areas of agility that you're not exploring. So this is what this is what our roles can do. They can make it. And at the same time, where is your organization? Where is your teams? Are you assessing? Are they ready? What are the steps you're supposed to do? These are the readiness factors that you can basically take it ahead. Where is your basic AI foundation going with? Is your team having culture with respect to AI? Are they still understanding that where they are? What are the what are the steps to be what are the steps you have to proceed cautiously with? What are the remedial steps where you should be in? This is one of the aspect of organizational readiness that you as a coach can bring in. You as a scrum master can bring in for your teams. So in advent of AI, that's the last slide I had. I wanted to share with all of you is here in each value streams and each epics and each areas is where our capability lies in. We have to let the team, let everybody know that Agile as a process is not only about a team and business, it's also about evolving the overall structured way of AI implementation ethically using our key strengths of Agile. I'm going to take a pause here. I'm going to take some questions if you guys have, and then we move on to the another segment of demo. Any questions? I hope I was audible. Hope so.
Yeah, you're audible, Ketan. I have a question here. In our GUC group, right, last time I have pinged an article where it is saying MIT, 95% of the organization projects are failing because of implementation of AI, then the ROI that is expected is not coming as expected, right? So is it like this is going to the S curve phase? I believe S curve. Can you throw some
Yeah,
insights there?
yeah. Can you share the question again? Sorry, I missed the GCU part of it. Or can you just rephrase it again for me?
MIT, you know, right? Massachusetts Institute of Technology. They have posted one article where it's stating 95% of the projects implemented in the organizations are failing and not generating the revenue ROA as expected, right? And there is another article where it was showing now the ROI for the company is almost between 1 to 5%. It is not coming as expected post implementation of AI. So having these articles in view, how you see it, is it in the S curve model phase where, people get worried at the start, then they dig deep into it, then, the real knowledge emerges where, it evolves and gradually comes into like that.
Yeah, you're right actually on that. No, I'm sharing this value stream 6 here where you have assessment and planning and monitoring and continuous improvement. That's what we that's what has been done actually. But more importantly, with the AI thing getting into systems, we are trying to implement systems everywhere. Maybe there are areas where we don't need it. And why it is failing is that the reason is that there is too much of dependencies on training the model internally where our data is not ready or where our internal systems are not ready for that for the advent of those agents or the system to be mapped together. I understand your problem. This is a problem where we have, like, or rather, organizations have faced, where especially in the overall I would say one of the prime use cases of this is about generations of the HR reports for employees. That's where it basically goes and fails because every employee data overall cannot be shared. You need to internally have a protected LLM systems to do this. But still, there has to be a manual intervention of approvals, manual intervention of verifications and validations to ensure that the impact is not happening. Otherwise, because those reports are not coming in, it basically impacts the overall compensation. Uh, Organization tried to solve this problem because a lot of reconciliation has to be done in a manual way, but still those approval processes have to be done manually. So there is an impact. That S curve factor is there, and at the same time, it's over reliance, I would say, but in a way where we are not ethically assessing well and not understanding the cons of AI in terms of practical layout of the organization. So you're right on that part, but it is all governed to the way how leaders and how AI experts are governing the organization or for any teams. It depends completely on that. We have like many case studies, many areas where I see it successfully also happening. But at the same time, you need to have a manual approval, manual verification too. I saw a question on the Teams chat somewhere. The example you're showing is very difficult. Absolutely, it is. In any service-based, this has been done in service-based, first of all. And the person who is talking is the guy who implemented this. So I wouldn't say it's a team who implemented this completely. It is difficult. But what as an agile role you're supposed to do? We are supposed to do difficult things. And if you see a real project example, I'm going to give a real project example after this anyways. But this, why I showed this particular piece to all of you is this is the strength that we as an agile role, we have. We have this particular strength in us to go back and let the organization know that our roles in existence have a lot of value because we can craft it in a way where we know where to use it, we know how much to use it, we can craft the way of working for you with using AI. But for that, it is important that we start thinking about this, that we are relevant. If we are feeling that we are not relevant, then automatically the half battle is gone. So this has been implemented. If you see, and maybe Somalia, if you wanna just show some light on what real project example you're looking for, just you can unmute yourself and let us know about it. If there's anything specific you're talking about.
Hi, Ketan. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So thank you for responding to my question, first of all. And secondly, what I am asking for real project example, because what I meant, let's say I am working for one of the development project, okay, where or where we have to, maybe it's a data engineering project, and we have to develop some report. We using any of the Azure or Microsoft AWS tech stack. So where we can implement this AI and how as a Scrum Master we can enable that. That is my question. I mean, that's a, because what I am saying that is at the end, just a moment, just let me finish, because at the end that is bringing the revenue for the company and my billing is coming from there only. So therefore only this question is coming. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to repeat that again because I didn't get it. That's why I was interrupting you.
Okay. Sorry, am I audible now? Actually,
yeah, you're audible. You're audible. Just repeat that again.
Let's say real-time project experience means, let's say that I am assigned, be it any tech stack, okay. I'm just giving one example from my experience that I am working as a Scrum Master for one of the data engineering project, okay. So we have to build some of the reports that will be used in, we are building reports in the in the back end, we are using ADF, UDP, in the front end, we are using Power BI for the consumption of the report and publishing it to client workspace. So as a Scrum Master, what kind of be Scrum Master or Agile goes, what kind of AI enablement or adaptation we can do that will bring the value? Because that kind of project is only bringing revenue and ensuring my billability. So that is my question. That's where my question.
Fantastic. So how frequently is the report generated for data for through Power BI?
That completely depends on because from my what experience I have shown, there was a contract between my client, my company, and the client that we are given contract for 36 reports. Okay, and those 36 report we had a release frequency. Let's say hypothetically, we used to release 3 reports every month. Okay, so that was the release frequency. And the Power BI report, there was a
Why can't we have a report generation knowledge pilot here with AI that can have the data been trained about the reports? A report template can be completely automated using AI, and it could be scheduled automatically to generate the reports based on the data. That's how you can help. That's how you can suggest, and you can drive that. So when you say that there's a plan of 36 reports only and 3 reports generated every month, these reports are generated through Power BI, and you have a team to do it, right?
Yes.
So how can you basically suggest it to automate those reports using AI, train internally to whatever reports template is, whatever data is coming, map that incrementally and schedule it so that it reduces the effort, it evangelizes, and the reports and dashboards can be published to customer and everybody to whom it is required. The roadmap forward would be more about creating live dashboards using AI internally and train the model in such a way that anything that comes in future, it evangelizes again and suggests you what more reports you can generate. That's how I would do as a Scrum Master.
Thank you, Ketan.
Yeah, but this is how I think, as a Scrum Master, if there is an impediment, can we create a repository of impediments that team can go through every time there is an impediment that they have gone through? Many times there is no impediment learner agent or impediment learner chatbot that teams can have. These that can be suggested, but again, it is all dependent on how teams and how your readiness is there in the organization to accept it. Vishwanath, you had some question.
Similar, right? As you mentioned, that if we have any kind of impediment, just you're creating like SOP kind of thing.
Your voice is not that clear to me. Sorry. Could you close the microphone,
Uh,
please?
I mean, you told right that if any kind of impediments, right, we can create some kind of list, right?
Mhm.
So kind of SOPs we can maintain. So team will go forward next time they can refer and fix it, like kind
Why
of.
why we don't need an SOP here. We straight away need all these SOPs to be trained.
Well,
All these SOPs should be
yeah,
trained
we
by a
will create
chatbot.
the kind of these kind of SOPs with the help of chatbot. We can utilize it. That's what we can suggest
Correct.
or something, right? Okay, got it, got it,
Correct. And that chatbot can be integrated to your Microsoft Teams.
got it. Understood, understood.
And that Microsoft Teams will create a Kanban board of the impediment also automatically. The teams can review the Kanban board of impediment here and your actual Kanban board here to map, what has been done. This is another way of doing this. But what I'm trying to say here is, somehow we have to get into the basics of how we think about these areas of value adds or these areas of innovations so that, we start suggesting them to bring agility. At the same time, we have to also be cautious about where it is not supposed to be done. And I'm going to share some examples of those with all of you now. So far, so good. I would need to have some thumbs up or some thumbs down if it is going good or not. Like if it is not making sense, put your questions. There should be a lot of questions also in the chat. But just to go ahead to me so that I feel that we are there. Okay, there is some economic times link as well. I'll go at the end. Now, I'm going to show you something, and this is going to be very, very interactive, and I'm expecting a lot of questions to come here. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to show here is I did something. Simplifying to okay. Way back, I thought, how can we have a backlog refinement agent? So we are agile roles and AI coming in picture, how can AI use team? How can AI be used to ensure our scrum ceremonies can be evangelized well? Right now, this is just a workflow to all of you. I cannot share the details of how this has been crafted. This is completely a prototyping stage, and I'm still working on this to see how this can be work better. So I cannot share details about this, but I'm about to tell you how you can think or how you can ensure this would be thought about. You might not have to work on to create it, but you can think about it to give this insights to the team who can do it maybe, or you can do it yourself also very easy. I was working as an enterprise agile coach, 1.5 years back. With respect to other areas of generative AI, I started leading that area for all those agile projects that I was working in. And I started transforming those roles. Or we wanted actually, that each role should be a catalyst, should be a change agent in this age of AI to at least understand how we can make it more agile with AI, but with some ethics, with some limitations, with some guardrails also. So now this is where I'm just giving a simple example to all of you. How does a backward refinement agent works? So now I'm going to have an example. I'm going to have a live execution also. So I'm going to take this is not yet completely, this is just a small workflow I'm sharing with you. So on the left-hand side, we have a context setup, what product you want, what team size you have in team, what sprint duration, current state, backlog health, how do you feel the backlog health is? What is the main challenge in your user story? What are the focus areas? And then basically it generates a consciousness prompt for you, a simple prompt. And then basically once the prompt has been generated, it basically gives you a refinement session for that user story of what you should do for that story. It doesn't tells you the factors of story that a team has to do, but what you should do, or what the team should do on that story is something you know, it can tell you. So I have an example scenario of an e-commerce mobile application where we have a context of 6-person team struggling with vague user stories, inconsistent estimation, and completing stakeholder priorities. A problem, a normal problem, a practical problem that everybody can have. I want to load this example. It's basically going to give me some areas of how people should think. So I'm going to load this example. And when I go and create a generate consciousness prompt, it gives me a simulation. So I'm going to go and have a live execution to it. So this is where a prompt comes in for me. A context setting has been done. What awareness, what wisdom integration, how can you think? This is all in detail about how the teams actually think. But this is so verbiage here that I felt that this is something I was trying to learn. This is my steps of learning. Why would a coach or a scrum master invest in reading this? This is a question I asked to myself when I started creating and crafting like this. So my thought process was, how can a scrum master role can be evangelized? Or how a coach role can be evangelized? So the first thing I thought is prompting, because word was in prompting. The moment I got this prompt, I was like, come on, yeah, this doesn't work. If I go into a refinement, what expect should be refinement? It's too long. So if I put it, it's too long, and I say, okay, it takes the insights, but I have to go back and change it to make it possible. So I was not so happy about it. When I went to a live execution of this in the refinement session, it basically went and gave me the pointers only. How you can scan the backlog, how you can do a system integration for consciousness overall. And then when I took a sample example, it gave me again the prompt, it gave me only simulation, which was just about telling me a verbiage of what you can do. But I was not happy with this. But when I come back here, I thought of like this. The previous example was more about generating the prompt, but it was giving me a very generic way. So this is actually an assistant where it can talk to me like a story. So I'm going to do a refinement here. I'm going to load an example. So I have an example here. As a customer, I want to filter products by category, price, range, and brand on the e-commerce website so that I can quickly find products that match my preferences and budget. This is an example I've loaded. This is just a working prototype on the agent I wanted to show you. And the whole idea here is to let you know you can also think of on these lines to go back and evangelize your roles. Now you will feel what to do, how to do it. I'm going to share that at the end. The moment I say start AI refinement, on the right side is a chatbot, correct? I say start refinement, it's going to refine the entire story based on this. You have a story analyzer that analyzes the complete components of the story. What story it is, what role you have, what feature you have, what business value you have. You have a clarity refiner. How much it has a clarity, or are there any ambiguities to it? So it's going to refine the story for you again. The story will be again written again. First of all, it was a customer, right? Now it's come down to online shopper. It added a persona to it. So it's trying to clarify and do a refinement for you on the story. It adds a category price. So if you only have category mentioned of price, range, and brand, it says category, price, range, and brand coming in that, and simultaneously how you can list it down. So story crafted and having more versions to it, more refinement pointers. Do you have invest validation? It checks. It checks and gives you a value. Can this be done independently, negotiable? If you have a dependency, it can add more dependency stories if I add it to. It gives an acceptance criteria generator with given, when, then also. All right. It also showcases that you have load the performance in 2 seconds. Then comes a very debatable topic of complexity estimator. This is something where I feel a scrum master coach have to come and say, no, this is team's job to estimate it. AI should not do it. And the moment I did this, right, and I went back to scrum master, he says, no, a coach, no, you cannot have a complexity estimator using by AI, because then team synergy and discussion pointers and there thought process will never be shared. They will get biased based on the AI inputs coming in. This is exactly where agile rules are required. They are supposed to think and craft using AI, but at the same time, they have to bring in those 4 manifesto points and 12 principles to let the team know, let the organization know where to stop. Right. Front end work 3 points, back end API 2 points. That's the agile fall way that organization works, right? This is wrong. As per coach, this is wrong. Maybe for a project manager, it is okay, but no, team has to collaborate. This refinement should stop here. It should not go beyond to estimating. But overall, this way, you get a 95% clarity score on your refined user story, 92% completeness, 98% testability, 80% was right. This is how where AI can be used in backward refinement, where we as an agile roles can suggest, can learn, and can help the teams to see how they can do. You don't have to go in. You have ready-made tools available, or maybe if you don't, in your organization, you have a Gen AI team. You can craft a community of AI teams, see how your current agile ways of working can be elevated. Our current session theme is Elevate. But we also have to ensure where the line has to be drawn of a guardrail. This is one example I'm just trying to give you. And this example is something being crafted in one of the organizations of where Scrum Masters are going to use it in accordance with teams to question the product owner on how we can refine the story well. A backlog of 25 user stories, if it takes 2 backlog refinements, now it will take 1 refinement with the entire feature being refined using this. But a guardrail from a Scrum Master of where to stop, where to collaborate. That's where our agility comes in picture as well. So this is one example I wanted to share with you, a simple example of how each ceremonies or each such aspect can be developed. This is just a simple workflow. There can be many of them. How you craft it, you have tools available to learn. I'm going to share that at the end anyways. But how agile roles can keep going is the way, this is the way. This is the way to learn. Now, you might have a question that my organization is not that mature. They don't understand this. It's up to you the way you basically take it up. Learn for yourself. Ensure that you are weaponized. Crafting agents is not a big thing. Go to Crew AI. Go to crew.ai. Go to Crew AI. There are multiple readily available agentic AI tools or AI agent crafted for multiple agents that you can learn and you can craft for any of your agile processes. Because people and process, when they are being elevated using AI, is exactly where our rules are established for, so that products can get more benefit. You can do this not only for AI backward refinement, you can also do it for multiple things. I'm going to show you one more. Not sure if there's some questions. Yes, Priya is absolutely right. That's exactly what is required. It's basically if you have to review it, you anyways have to come at the end to see. But at least this is where your efforts are getting reduced. Very soon it's going to happen that a refinement session can refine almost 50 user stories. Once the world start doing it, we are also going to do it anyways, right? There will be someone to review it, and that someone has to be where we have to guide people to be the someone there at least, and don't completely rely on AI. Vishwanath, let's park your question there. I'll finish it because we are just about, I'm not sure, we have some time, but we'll come back to the question later. You can park the question on the Teams chat, sorry, on the Zoom chat. So based on this, there is one more I wanted to share. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's not question. You said some AI web links, right? Or something. That links can you share?
Yeah. I'm all ready, sir. So I have those things readily handy. I'm going to share that with anyways. I have a Word document to share with all of you.
Thank you. Please go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So in that into consistent, if I go with this, this is one thing that I'm working on right now. Now, many people see that you talked about Scrum Master. How about product owners? Right? Now, this is a multiple agent empathy of efficiency workflow for product owners to understand, if there is a fintech AI, a loan approval automation is something, a kind of a feature they are supposed to work. What's the problem statement? Automated loan approval system that's fast but rejects worthy applicants due to algorithmic bias. Right? Target users are first-time home buyers, small business people. I have something. And current constraints are risk management requirements, regulatory compliance, processing speed targets. Success metrics are there. I just initiated the start multi-agent. There are multiple agents here. We have an empathy agent, we have an efficiency agent, and we have a user research agent. Based on this, I want these agents to collaborate and give me the score of where they are. How much empathy score they get. It is all out of 100. And I'm working on this, but I'm just trying to let you know, look at the empathy focus analysis on this personalized loan thing. First time home buyers, small business owners, people, emotional pain points, feeling unheard, rushed, or reduced to data points. Empathy solutions. What empathy metrics can you have? These are something for the product owners of how they can use it. We have empathy maps in hand. We collaborate. We regularly really require the collaboration. But this is one way of how they can elevate the role by using this to find how the design challenge problems can be solved. This is one another aspect for product owners or product managers to think about. And whether you are trying to collaborate in an efficient way, I'm not saying this is the end. This is the starting point to think. This will give you or your team a new starting point to think and collaborate. And as I always feel and have always lived with this thought that AI is there to give you the new starting point to think. It is not there to give you the end solution. It should allow us as an agile role to evangelize the thought process of a team to a next level. And that is where we should learn to adapt ourselves or how we can let them think about it. This is one example of human empathy, man. So when I crafted this, it basically gives all these details. So we still in the prototyping stage. I'm yet to deploy this, but all these examples are more about letting you know what overall you can do in your agile roles to go ahead. And these are some examples I'm trying to give as a demo. But how you can approach it is the last thing I wanted to share. So I think this is another thing. This is something, a very, very weird thought. It's completely AI conscious team collaboration where you have a team, you have a user story, and you have all the roles that in a team. And if all the roles in a team needs to collaborate together using AI, how they will do it. Well, this is another way. But this is more about to coach the team to let them know that your face-to-face collaboration is more important, that AI cannot do. This was been crafted by us to let the teams know that your job is secured, your collaboration is required. Even if AI starts collaborating together, it cannot collaborate the way a live experienced human agile role can do. And that's what the whole aspect is. I'm going to take this to the last demo here. We have a user story, and this is completed from a technical piece. So being a solutions architect, can you please provide the tech layout if we have Pega as an orchestrator? It should be Jahia as a front end, not Jaira. That's a typo there. And a tool integration. So we wanted something for the solutions architect to give me. This is a quite technical piece. It's a question, not a story also. Right? And this should be done for what? It should be done for pensions authorization. So I select pensions authorization. It takes a new piece, a story completely. As a pension scheme administrator, I want to authorize new pension schemes where I can manage multiple client portfolios efficiently. I want the entire team to collaborate, but I want AI to do it. Suppose. So the moment I go and start the collaboration, it starts the collaboration automatically below. So this is my product owner who collaborated based on the AI response. It's going to generate all of it first, if not. Right now, Pega developer is analyzing based on the response coming from PO. So this was been envisioned by somebody. So we thought that to bring in the confidence of the teams, let's try to think about something weird that teams cannot do. And even despite all this collaboration, also it felt that the responses coming could be of some use. But the real collaboration that agile roles can bring in the teams are different, which is more impactful. So I'm going to give a small example here. Look at that as a pension scheme, you have a story. Based on the story, AI response being a product owner. If AI becomes a product owner, it is giving this pain points on the story. Current impact, user emotion is like this. You have a sapient layer of wisdom and judgment. So like based on the above, 70% reduction of financial services required. What are the best practices to be implemented? Implementation and risk level. What is the system's thinking overall? What is the universal wisdom of collective consciousness of teams lacking behind because of tensions? Trust transparency is lacking. And you have a synthesized business requirements overall. This is trying to give a structured way from a PO perspective, but it needs the team to interact. So if you go below down, based on the above input from PO, a solutions architect think and the AI gets into the role of a solutions architect. It start mapping the architectural layout to each point mentioned above. Comes down with the architectural wisdom for the overall architecture, gives some kind of architectural microservices, gateways, services, what services to be used, overall where the metric should be about, and technical design, what components have to be think about. With that design from solutions architect, automatically the AI takes the role of a Pega developer, comes below and does this, understands the development effort required. The same thing has been done by a front-end developer. And then at the automation tester generates the manual testing and regression testing automatically. This seems scary, right? That one team can collaborate using AI, can use all the roles to collaborate, but this is lacking many things where the practical and I would say the face-to-face or the virtual collaboration has to be done. And then we came to know that the test cases been only thought about from the architect's perspective. Those were not from the user perspective. And that is where it started thinking about that it's very important that these are the aspects that the coaches like us are using to let the teams and organization know that even if you have AI, you still need to collaborate. You still need to draw a line, how much to take from AI and where to stop. This is a way beyond thinking, but it was been done to let the teams internally know how this could be done. This is a sample workflow I've crafted outside so that, I can showcase to all of you. So these are a couple of demonstrations on how your roles can be elevated with ethical guardrails of our practices and principles that comes from the agile ways of working. I'm going to take a pause now here. There might be a lot of questions coming in, but I'm going to let you know how you can do this with those links as well that I'm going to share. Questions?
Yeah, hi Ketan. Is this agents are you have developed it on your own, or is it something specific? We can get it
No, it's developed by own.
develop on your own. Okay.
So there's a question, is there a custom built agents or your own? Please share somewhere. This is all, I can say custom, there are multiple tools to develop this. You just have to go and use those tools. Things are quite easy nowadays. You just have to figure out the functions. You just have to map the RAG and you just have to add your structure of LLMs from where it is going to get. Just need to have an API keys. Very, very basic that all roles you can do it. The moment you do one, you will get the confidence that you know, and then you can say that you know a bit of AI. You know what clustering is, how it has been clustering the data, how these roles are trying to, how this AI agentic roles or this tools are actually using it to craft something. Maybe it could be speech to text, text to speech, whatever you feel like. But that is exactly where you will get a blend of, yes, a confidence in yourself, that, yeah, my role, I'm elevated. I am a Scrum Master. I'm proud to be a Scrum Master. And I know a bit of AI where I can suggest a use case or a problem solution using AI that my team can be leveraging to be more AI driven or AI enabled, but with some guardrails. That guardrails are something that only Agile roles can bring in using practices and principles. So if my release trained engineers use an AI agent for PI planning, they know where to stop because breakout sessions have to be face to face. No breakout sessions can be AI enabled. It's a team who agrees and advocates the approvals of their goal. You cannot let AI develop everything and without any human intervention. I know certainly in future it might happen, but still to the point of time, we need to have. So for non-tech PMO roles, how they can learn? Absolutely. For non-tech PMO roles, you can still have, I would say, our your learning and development team, so non-PMO roles, I would say learning and development team, a learning manager can automatically have a knowledge pilot to be developed. And we can suggest a use case or suggest more about incremental ways of how existing data of training can be brought in, and can AI be used for employees or for anybody to search and use it. That's how I can give an example. Any other questions? Somebody says to go back to the board, we'll surely go back to the board. But any questions?
Yeah. So Ketan, I'm at this side. I'm from non-technical background, purely in a program management for PMO role, managing at a portfolio level. So a lot of stuffs in terms of reporting, and we are using the Power BI as well, one of the quick sense different tools. So
Mhm.
how we can leverage AI, being a non-techie, to understand and learn the model training, and how we can integrate those pieces if I wanted to develop it at my end as a PMO, to learn those stuff as a start on an AI world. So just help me out with that. How can I kickstart? Is that something that Python I should be having a basic
First of all,
understanding?
okay, let's do a 2 minute live for collaboration for everybody also. Okay, fine. Let me know what kind of reports are this?
So it's a Power BI Tableau based reports. Some of the
Business. What's
reports
a
based.
business?
Yes,
What's a
yes.
business? What's a business?
Banking domain.
Okay, banking domain. And what in banking domain these reports are used for?
Basically like OKRs, KPIs, milestones tracking, and the all the rates.
No, but what kind of business? When you say banking, is it credit cards? Is it personal banking,
It
wealth
it is it
banking?
is it is retail cards payment domain, basically
Okay, payment
transaction
domain. So
banking.
when you say transactional banking, it's a card, right?
Yes,
Or a net
yes,
banking.
yes,
Okay, so it's a card, so you have a payment gateway, right?
yes,
So when you have a
and
payment gateway, then you have merchants, you have issuers, you have approvers, and you have file assignees as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, when you have all these things, you have payment gateway where transaction has been made. It goes to the issuer, Visa or MasterCard, that approves it, goes to the merchant who verifies it, goes to the bank who do the transaction. That's the flow, correct?
Understood.
Now, when this flow has been done, and out of this flow, you have to optimize this flow to have 85% more efficiency in your transaction is your OKR key result, suppose. Am I making
Mhm.
sense here?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Your report is about to generate how your efficiency was, were your OKR met or not. And in the entire process, you need to have a protected environment where not the transaction, but the speed of transaction, the encryption of the data, and how the overall process was synergized. These three things can be not only tracked, but also can be measured using AI. The rest, all the details are PCI DSS compliant. That is payment cards industry. DSS
yes,
is a compliance where you will not get the authority to do the AI stuff unless the PCI DSS approves your AI system or tool. So you can track only those things which are generic or maybe specific to your organization, not to the payment transactions. And you can generate the report on efficiency for your leadership or for yourself. Right? Was my OKR on track to deliver? You can track it using AI. You can just put there a simple model that tracks the efficiency of the overall process and gives you the information on the percentage value, or maybe a green, red, or amber flag, which can be synchronized to your Microsoft Teams or Jira Kanban board to let you know how was the process all done. And that can be mapped to your OKR for the reporting. That's how you can do it using Power BI integrated with the AI model.
okay.
Yeah,
And
because I have a BNFS, so I have worked in BNFS for a long time, so I was able to relate that to. So I thought I'll just give a detailed example so that everybody can understand as well. Thank you for the
so
question.
in so
Yeah.
integrating, sorry to cut you short, just for a quick thing, that integrating the Power BI with leveraging the AI, how we can kickstart, should I need to learn the Python understanding I should have?
So first of all, I'll tell you one thing. Python is as simple as language. You don't have to learn. You just have to read.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
get everything available. First of all, you need to have a Google Colab. Okay. Second thing is you will get Python code everywhere. The first thing that you have to do now is go to crew.ai, crew.ai, go to agents.ai. Okay. understand ChatGPT playground.openai. Go to anthropic.ai, where you can get your primary keys for the underlying LLM that has been used by OpenAI and Claude. Or for Gemini, you get to something different. Use those service key and API key to integrate that with Crew AI agent and ask the agent what you're supposed to do. That agent is going to use the LLM from OpenAI to generate the response in whatever format you really want to have. If you do this basic exercises, which is very basic, you don't need technical knowledge to it. It's a simple curiosity if you have. Automatically, you will start understanding how you can craft use cases, how you can craft to think to make the synergy of our agile roles more efficient with the guardrail. So you can do like that. In your way, I would say not Python, but if you want to learn Python, Python is a very simple language. There are n number of courses available on LinkedIn and everywhere. Can go with. But to start with, first of all, be with where the world is. Try to first of all learn agents. The moment you start learning agent, automatically the coding and everything you will get automatically there available, and you just have to go and read it through. So I would say don't wait to learn from the basics. What is happening? At least start learning that, and then backtrack it. What is happening behind the scenes? That is how I actually learn. So I'm sharing that.
Thanks.
Okay, any other questions? I see no questions more. We go back to the board. That's what somebody suggested. So where is the board? Yeah. So we were here. So issues we talked about, no rules coming across. There are no new roles coming. I've said there are new roles coming. You have to evangelize your role in a different way. No career progression. There is a career progression. There is a career progression. Start using and implementing basics of AI. And this is for everybody. I'm not saying be or completely AI enabled or be completely into AI, but your roles would need this understanding so that you can go back to the teams and can talk on that language. Yes, Siddha Lingappa, you have some question, your hand raised.
Means one question on the backlog refinement agent. So we can do you had prepared an agent for backlog refinement.
Hmm.
Why do we
You're
need an
breaking.
agent specifically customized for it?
You are breaking in between. Can you repeat the question again, please?
The backlog refinement agent you demoed, right? So we can do
Yeah.
that
Yes.
functionality using ChatGPT directly. Why do we need an customized agent for it?
Because you cannot use ChatGPT information inside the organization, can you?
May not be.
Yeah. And at the same time, whatever you are generating out of it, you need a metric to it. And this is something, it's my perspective. At least you started thinking on this is any way to elevate for me. When you say if a ChatGPT can do it, let's do it. Let's craft an agent using ChatGPT. That's also fine. But you can evangelize your own version of backward refinement. This is my version of backward refinement. I may be incomplete somewhere. But your thought process to elevate yourself in thinking how we can do it is the exact motive of this session, which is actually correct. You can use ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can use Gemini, you can use the underlying LLM, but your organization, does it allow? If it doesn't allow, then you have to use internal protected LLM systems like Copilot inside to see how you can use those to craft such agents. How you can approach there, the basics is something available outside that you can learn. Go back and understand the systems inside with your Gen AI team and elevate yourself of how your role can share these insights and make your team more AI enabled with the ethical guardrail of your role. That's what the whole objective is. The thought is correct. I agree on your thought.
Yeah.
My
Thank
agent
you.
is my perspective. It is Ketan's perspective. That doesn't mean that everybody has to do the same. You create your own agent. But the moment you as a scrum master and a coach craft something like this, your team ignites, your team feels excited, your team feels really helpful based on your role. And then the way you say that no career progression, no new roles coming, no, we evangelize our own role. We are not AI Scrum Masters. We are Scrum Masters who know AI, where to use and where not to use. That's the right statement, I would say. We are agile coaches where we coach team to know where to use AI, where not to use AI, and how to use it in ethical guardrail. That's what I would say is a nice statement, is the right statement to go.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
fear
helps.
was there about
Thank you.
layoffs and project closure. If see, layoffs are something we can't comment on that. It depends on organization to organization, but how you can be relevant is something we can talk about. We already discussed about it. Your project can get closed, but internally go and find it. I given a case study that we did. That case study belongs to coming from not the entire one, but that's something that we crafted, we understood, we implemented. When there were no projects, we thought about how we can uplift the entire organization in the AI world, how we can go inside. And being a coach and being a servant leader, we can do that. Scrum Master not getting importance in a team, implement these things, you will get the importance. Early closure of projects are closing because there is no uniqueness and innovation coming in. We have to be on top of it to see we are the first to do it. We are a couple of steps ahead of where the world is. There is no defined roadway or path for Scrum Masters. I've shared something for you. Hope this could be useful. Command and control kind of leadership. That is completely an organization problem, but I would say be a leader that is servant leader and practice social leadership. Even you change company, but still land into similar job, you feel redundant after some time. I would tell you one thing here is, try to craft and be innovative for yourself and try to be with the flow that is happening around you. Automatically, the relevant jobs will come to you. That's what I feel. Every organization is going to the challenge, but they have people, they have agile roles, they don't know what to do with them. So that's why whatever is left over remaining, we get the work and then we feel the same thing. Issues or justify the role of Scrum Master questions, I would say start working on these basic things, learn basics of AI, don't use it. Using AI tools is not making you AI enabled. You need to craft and understand what's going to happen inside the organization for you. Perception in Scrum Master role, as it's just a 15 minutes job per day, we have crafted that. If we are feeling ourselves as a facilitator all the time, that's a perception we carry. Be an impediment resolver, be an AI enabler to make team efficiency go further. Automatically, your role will respect. And I see that a proper guidance, absolutely. This is just a step ahead. We are learning together. Maybe if this session helps with some guidance, we would be happy here. And if sustaining, we can surely think about a session where we can see some small demos of how we can craft it. Don't fear about anything, whatever has been mentioned there. Future is not uncertain. We are supposed to craft the future. If we feel that we can craft it, we will surely craft it well. Less opportunity for Scrum. There are ample amount of opportunity for Scrum Master, I'm telling you. Think from a perspective of a systems thinking. Implement this at a highest level and think how you can think beyond where the teams are today using AI. There's one very basic principle in Agile Manifesto, and I really practice that. I think it's number 10 or 9, I'm not sure, that continue technical excellence or any kind of excellence. It basically comes from a self-organizing team. If you don't believe in us, we will not be able to generate the excellence coming every time for the technology. How to manage this turbulent situation? First of all, stop thinking that it's turbulent. This is going to be a nature of every evolution. So when the wheel came in picture, the people are turbulent. When the computer came in, it was turbulent. Today it's AI. Very soon you will be used to it. But by the time you will be used to it, quantum or something else will come up. We have to live with the way where we are. So let's adapt, use only to the requirement, but start implementing using AI to evangelize our agile roles. And surely our agile roles will flourish anyways. AI is a tool. AI is basically a technology. Agile is a way of living, and we all believe in it. So it's more about being agile, right? So we have to be agile in terms of using or learning AI to make our roles existent. So that's all I have. If you have any questions, I think I'm right on time here. But if you have any questions, let me know. Questions, comments, observations, anything as an improvements, anything you feel that should be added here.
Hi, Ketan. So this is just an information session. I think we got the crux of it, but going forward, how do you want to take it forward? So
The first thing to take it forward from here is, what is it that you feel you can craft your own backlog of use cases that can be transformed by using AI to evangelize your role. That's the first step. If you are a Scrum Master, what is your, how does your day look like? How does your week look like? And what are the areas where you feel your teams can be benefited by those use cases using AI? First of all, create that backlog and then think about how you can craft them using AI. I'm not asking you to implement it. There are tools available, but at least start thinking about how you can make use of AI knowledge to develop it. At least you have to interact with some technology people of AI in your organization to learn from them what they do so that you can implement your understanding on the agile processes to make it enabled well. That's the second step. Generically, in the world outside, you can learn n number of tools, n number of websites are available, n number of learnings and certifications are available. But is that going to sustain you? I don't think so. You internally have to make your hands a bit dirty, I would say, to sustain. And that is how we can make ourselves better. So at least start doing those two things. Yeah, I'm going to share. There was one thing I wanted to share with you. Hold on a second. I'm going to share a Word document with all of you, which is right now not able to see as it. I'll share with you guys. There's a one link. I had a Word document where I had written everything. I'll share that to you. That's a Word document I can share. Unfortunately, deck I can't share because it is quite just a case study specific to something. So I will try to extract some generic points out of it before I share. But one document that I wanted to share with all of you, I'm not able to see it right now. I'll share with you. Just a second, I got it. Maybe just a couple of more minutes if possible.
Ketan, like what are the tools you use for this to develop this agents?
Yes. So let me first of all go here. So this is one of the best AI guides I'm going to share with all of you. You know, so this is where, this is not mine, but this is one of my one of the AI experts I basically follow. So this is where, you start AI basics from here. What are your best GPTs to go through? What are your favorite AI resources? And from here, you have guide to AI agent. So you can basically go to this link straight away and can start evangelizing yourself. Don't just prompt, try to craft it. And I'm going to make the tools list also here to all of you. You have to go to crew, go to make.ai. For make.ai, anyways, there were multiple sessions been conducted by one of the very good speakers in SSAG, even in the cognition as well. I forgot the name. Sharath might know the name. He's a very good expert in make.ai. You have agents.ai.
Rajesh Arjun.
Yeah, Rajesh. Yes, yes. Try to generate your API keys using playground.openai. There are many agentic AI solutions as well that you can get internally from vidya.ai also. That's basically one of the there, but you have to basically subscribe to it. So you can have a free version of it till the point of time to generate the normal agents. This can basically randomly generate the code for you and can make it enable to you. But don't give up on this if you're not able to. Keep on trying about it and you will be able to get some success. All right. Any
Sharing
more
that
questions, comments?
document, that AI document list.
Yes, yes. I'm going to share that with you. Yes.
Hey, Ketan, if
Oh,
you can
yes.
the whole slide, whole deck, can you share one slide at the last you showed about the roles and responsibilities, like how
Yeah.
it can.
I will compress it to whatever I can share, not the case study, but the composition of role is something I crafted today morning. So I'm going to share that to you anyways.
That will be very useful.
Okay. One thing that is a takeaway I would like to, think about, maybe I want you guys to think from tomorrow is for your role, what is it that AI can do? AI can do from your role for the teams, for you as well. Like for me, if I'm an agile coach, what is it that I can do for myself and to my team and to my organization using AI? Start thinking on those lines and then use these basics to build on top of it. There are many, many talks, many tools available, many AI experts available. Try to be simple about it. But this is the only way how you can basically go and sustain forward. That's what I feel personally, because that's exactly how I am transforming myself. So I just wanted to share my learnings with all of you. In turn, maybe you can craft something beautiful that can be shared whenever you are ready with, and we can then have a co-learning together to go with. So thanks a lot, Sharath and Satish, as always. Thanks a lot, all of you, for your time and your questions. I hope this sounds bit useful, and do share your feedback, improvement areas as well. We learn together, grow together. Let's beat AI and sustain the agile roles in this world so that we don't have to think about the words like layoffs in future.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ketan, for yet again a powerful session on how we need to keep our agile roles going in these layoffs times, right? You have taken people's problems into picture using idea boards, then helped us understand how we can use AI to elevate our roles, thinking from our own perspective. You have given good amount of examples. You have shown a couple of use cases. You have shown how you are using as of today and how people can use in different verticals like banking, finance, and all those areas. Thanks so much for another powerful session. With this, I think we are going to come to an end, everyone. SS Agile Gurus will keep bringing such sessions and with the help of the powerful people like Ketan and others. I want to thank Satish also here for facilitating this session. Of course, he is there all the time. We both work together as part of SS Agile Gurus. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. Thank you all.
Thanks a lot, guys. Keep on touch. If anything one-on-one you feel you need to reach out to me or anybody else, I would be available anyways, and we can anyways keep connecting. So you can connect me on LinkedIn or just ping me a message me, or maybe we're going to have endless sessions in future again. So keep diving into it.
Thank you, Ketan.
Thanks
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much, Ketan. Thank you all.